Hey everyone, it's Weeping Willows 21, and I know it's been a really long time since I made a video, but I'm here because I wanted to talk about last week's episode of SVU. It was entitled Holden's Manifesto, and I gotta tell you that the actor who played Holden, I'm not sure of his name at the moment, so if anybody does know, shoot it to me in the comments or a private message or whatever you choose. Because I want to check out anything else he's been in, because he looks like a really good actor, and I would just want to check him out. So, anyway, sorry, I'm still not entirely sure where to put my mic. So if you see me adjusting, that's why I just got this new headset not too long ago. So I'm still getting used to the mic. But anyway, so this episode was really awesome, and it was one of my favorites for the entire season, actually. So far, I mean, we're only like 5-6 episodes in, and so, you know, there may be some serious surprises coming along, and I haven't heard any big spoilers, so I really don't know what's going to come along for the new season, so I'm excited to see how that works. Now, baby Noah was brought into the ER. I almost did it again. Last time I tried to record this video, I said OR, and I totally did not mean to say OR. But he was brought into the ER, and I don't know exactly why, because they weren't really clear on why he was brought into the ER, but he had like a fever, I think. Liv mentioned something about a fever, and I'm not entirely sure what happened, but it had something to do with his history with Ellie's history as a drug addict. And Ellie, if you guys don't know, is his birth mother, and she got killed last season, which led to Olivia taking custody of Noah. Now, this is actually a really exciting chapter for her, because as fans, we've all been waiting, or most of us have been waiting for Olivia to have a baby for gosh only knows how long. And I am really excited to see her new chapter, and the whole scene with Noah and Olivia after you know, they were in the hospital room, and she picked him up and told him, oh, you know, you gave me such a scare, and this, that, and the other. And I am so enamored with Mariska. I really am. I have been a huge fan of hers for years, probably from day one, which is really odd, because I was actually like 11, I believe, when SVU started airing. So naturally I didn't watch from the beginning, but I got the DVDs and I started, you know, almost like binge watching SVU, and like I said, I'm a huge fan of Mariska's, and Olivia's definitely one of my favorite characters, and her and Rollins run a very close second. Olivia will always be on top, and then of course Rollins. But so speaking of Rollins, this whole, you know, hostage situation she was in with Holden, really kind of scared me a little bit for her, because I honestly thought they were going to kill Rollins, and I'm like, please don't kill Rollins. I'm literally covering my eyes going, please do not kill Rollins, because like I said, I'm a huge fan of Kelly Gittish's, and I am looking so forward to seeing, sorry, didn't mean to bump my mic, seeing the evolution of Amanda Rollins as we know it. I think that's the most fun part of any show, is just seeing how the characters change from season to season, and Rollins is definitely an enigma. I mean, you know she's had some problems, you know she's gambled, you know she's drank. I mean, Rollins definitely has had some issues, for sure, and I'm looking... Sorry, thought I was going to... sneeze, and apparently I did. Sorry about that. But anyway, like I was saying, you know Rollins has had some issues, and you know that she's a gambler, and you know she's a former drinker, and that sort of thing. But I'm kind of looking for like a little more fleshing out with Amanda. I think kind of like the deconstruction of Amanda Rollins. If you know what I'm talking about. I was an English major, so that kind of came into play a lot when I was, in school. So, and I'm not even sure that fits here. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to seeing the evolution of both Rollins and Amaro. Speaking of Rollins and Amaro, Holden asked them if they were sleeping together at one point, and they didn't answer. They just kind of were looking at each other like, should we tell him or should we not? And it's like, and that really, said a lot about, are they actually sleeping together or are they not? And I'm one of the first people to tell you that I am a huge fan of ships on a show. I am the first one to admit that I was a huge Benson Stabler fan, and I was so pissed when that didn't happen. But since that didn't happen, maybe Amaro and Rollins will be our squad room. Ship. That or Finn and Rollins, who the fan base I believe is calling Fernanda. And I'm not actually sure what the fan base is calling the pairing of Amaro and Rollins. We'll have to take a look at that and see what's going on. But anyway, I think they would make. There we go. I think they would make a really, really good match because Amaro. Oh, there we go. Seems to really know Rollins, and he seems to, kind of anticipate her moves before she makes them, so I really think they would be a really great match. But anyway, this whole video has just been like musing about the last episode, and actually the next episode is tonight, so I will be making a video hopefully after I watch that episode, and I will see y'all then. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later, YouTubers. Thanks for watching, guys.